Chapter 22. Serafina glanced at Theodore. He was standing very far away, and from the beginning to the end he was looking outside, clearly not daring to look at her. She looked at Lily again, her face smiling arrogantly and boasting. Serafina's younger brother and best friend were all on her side. How happy she was. But when she saw the dress Serafina was wearing, Lily was immediately startled. Tonight's birthday party, she would definitely be the main character. Lily angrily pursed her lips, her expression both cold and hateful, but in just a split second, in a moment of glance, she realized that a high-quality man was walking towards her. She activated her conditioned man-meeting mode, instantly transforming into a lovely and cheerful expression, holding Serafina's hand. "Happy birthday, we all have a happy birthday." Serafina coldly shook her hand away, not understanding why she suddenly did this, but when she looked up and saw Harrison walking towards her, she immediately understood. Lily enthusiastically chatted for a few sentences before weakly pretending to accidentally look at the young man walking from afar. But she was startled to realize, Harrison? Why would a cold and indifferent person like him go out with Serafina? Could it be that he likes Serafina? The man who had gathered all the good qualities she had ever met, actually liked Serafina? Isn't it William who Serafina likes? Why were these two people together? Serafina looked at Lily's dumbfounded expression, glanced back and forth, and suddenly had a tormenting thought. She jumped at Harrison like a little bird, put her arm around him, and coquettishly said, "Thank you for the birthday present you gave me. I like it so much." Harrison was startled by her. What was this girl planning to do that she was acting so intimately and speaking so coolly? When he saw Lily, he knew that these two girls would fight again today. But he didn't expect Serafina to be so excited, and then turn to torment him. But he was still very cooperative, bowing his head and smiling, "As long as you like it." Vivian and Lily simultaneously stopped breathing for a second. Harrison also knew how to smile, and smiled so beautifully that it made people fall in love. Serafina was looking up at him, seeing the gentle smile rising from the corner of his lips and the bottom of his eyes. Her heart skipped a beat. Handsome men knew how to seduce others in such a distracted moment. However, he obviously didn't like this childish trick, reminding her, "Change your clothes." She was very sensible and obedient, running to change her dress. However, she was worried that Lily would use her charm outside, and in less than a minute, she had finished changing and ran out. He didn't think she would be so fast, and looked at her strangely. Lily completely ignored Serafina, whiningly asking Harrison, "Today is also my birthday, you only gave Serafina a present, not me, isn't that unfair?" Vivian beside her was very happy, and was also looking forward to it for Lily. She knew at a glance that Lily liked Harrison. And yet Serafina said that she had feelings for William. How could that be? Sigh, although they were at odds, Serafina had thrown a bowl of dirty water on Lily like that. She was really in a difficult position. If only Serafina could be a little more understanding and live peacefully with Lily, then that would be great. She wouldn't be stuck in such a difficult situation anymore. To tell the truth, the Serafina of the past was better, quite obedient, but the current one was becoming more and more incomprehensible. So Lily and Vivian were both extremely hopeful that Harrison would express something, but he looked at her indifferently, calmly saying just one word, "Ah." After that, there was no after that. Lily was momentarily embarrassed, not knowing what to say next, and even more so not knowing where she went wrong. After all, she had never had any request rejected by a man. Lily was very tactful, smiling and saying, "I was just joking." But Harrison seemed not to hear this, not bothering to reply, just looking at Serafina, waiting for the sales clerk to put her dress in the box. Lily followed his gaze, then stopped on the white silk dress in the sales clerk's hands. It was truly beautiful. Seeing it once was astonishingly beautiful, seeing it 100 times was even more beautiful, and it was the kind of beauty that every girl dreamed of, every boy wanted his lover to wear. Lily smiled coyly. "This dress is so beautiful. Did Mr. Harrison choose it?" Harrison still had a cold face and did not answer. A second later, Lily asked the store clerk, "How many dresses do you have like this in your store?" Before the sales clerk could answer, Serafina said coldly, "Lily, is stealing other people's things your hobby?" Lily thought there were still men here, and Serafina said that to her, so she looked at Serafina sadly and pitifully. Vivian also chimed in, Serafina, actually it's because your dress is so beautiful, everyone wants to have it. Moreover, best friends wearing the same clothes is also a sign of closeness. Lily wants to buy the same clothes as you, really because she wants to be friends with you. Lily and I often buy the same clothes, I think it's very interesting. Serafina looked at her coldly, if she sets her sights on your boyfriend in the future, do you want to share him with her? Both Vivian and Lily changed their expressions. Vivian was really upset, as a close friend, how could Serafina say something like that to hurt her? It was a waste of her wholehearted efforts to reconcile the relationship between her and Lily. Vivian felt very wronged, but in the end she just took a few deep breaths and forgave her. That's her personality, who told her to be her good friend, she could only be tolerant. Lily was really angry, men liked her because of her abilities. Love has no beginning or end, whoever has the charm wins. But Serafina humiliated her like that and right in front of Harrison. But she was naturally gentle and docile in front of men, and it was not convenient for her to argue with Serafina. If there were no men here now, she would definitely sarcastically reply, and even rush up to slap her. Today she wanted to buy this dress even more, to see what Serafina could do to her, scold her like water or hit her. This would let Harrison see even more how uneducated this brat was. The saleswoman beside her was scared and said nervously in a low voice, this dress is a high-end designer, our store only has one of this. Lily's face was completely frozen. But Harrison calmly asked, what about the other stores? Serafina was stunned, what was this man with an abnormal mindset planning to do? Lily had just suffered a huge humiliation when she was immediately filled with joy, so Harrison's coldness was just an act, was he actually very romantic? Or, Serafina was making things difficult for her, arousing his protective mentality, she really benefited from the disaster. The salesperson replied, there should be about 5 or 6. Harrison nodded, his tone as firm as a nail, very good, you go check, bring all these types of evening gowns in the store system here, I'll buy them all. The sales clerk was surprised, but immediately smiled, yes, we will bring it back to you, I wonder if you need it urgently or... Serafina's face was pale, silently staring at the white bow on the box. She still needed his help, so she couldn't challenge him at this moment. No need, I will send someone to get it another day. He calmly finished speaking, looked at her, are you done? She didn't understand, what did you want to do? But she also didn't find it convenient to ask about others' business. So she nodded. Lily originally thought he was going to buy something for her, but unexpectedly, he did it without any intention. She felt a little disappointed, but then she thought again, maybe he was just waiting for her to say something. She saw that he had swiped his card and signed, so she approached him and said in a soft and spoiled voice, Harrison, I really like this dress, you bought so many, can you leave me one? I'll buy it at the original price. Her eyes sparkled, thinking to herself, any man, at this moment, would say, so many, I'll give you one. But he quickly signed his name, returned the pen to the sales clerk, and then ignored her, saying, no way. She was surprised by the rejection, almost unable to believe it, why? He looked at her indifferently, since it is a gift for Miss Serafina, how could anyone else have it? Otherwise, this gift has no sincerity at all. He suddenly remembered when Serafina walked out of the fitting room wearing this dress, breathtakingly beautiful. But the most radiant was the happy and joyful smile on her face, like a child who had received her favorite toy, a very pure and simple smile. He could not bear to let this joy disappear. Serafina was shocked and opened her mouth wide, she had never expected him to be so considerate and meticulous, he had thought of such a small detail. That's right, if Lily also had this dress, the excited and joyful mood when she saw it would be greatly reduced. On the contrary, now that she knew that Lily liked this dress so much but couldn't buy it, this dress immediately turned into a priceless and unique treasure. She finally got what Lily wanted but couldn't have. She knew that thinking like this was very vulgar and evil, but, she was happy, so what? Not only was she happy, she also wanted to express her joy. She walked over with a bright smile, pulled his hand, and sweetly said, "You're really good." His face was as stiff as a log, letting her hold on to him and lead her out. She walked a few steps before turning her head back arrogantly, smiling at Lily with unusual excitement, and raising her eyebrows provocatively. Lily was so angry that her face twitched. Why was Serafina so degenerate that she could still humiliate her so easily? Lily almost bit her lip, took out her cell phone, took a picture of Serafina and Harrison's backs as they left, and sent it. When Serafina walked out the door, she saw Theodore glance at her, pretending not to notice, but after walking a few steps, she still turned her head back and called out to him, "Theodore." Theodore seemed to be waiting for her to call him, suddenly raising his head, his eyes sparkling, but his expression was stiff. "What?" She smiled, pouting, "Remember to buy me a gift, I really look forward to it." His face flushed, he nodded, his heart already somewhat excited. Should he tell her he had actually prepared everything? But suddenly he remembered, when he bought her a gift, Lily was very unhappy. She smiled, and walked ahead. It wasn't until they were far away that she let go of Harrison's arm. She had also recovered her usual indifferent and restrained demeanor, politely saying, "Thank you just now." Seeing that he didn't seem to understand, she added another sentence, "You've spent a lot of money." Harrison's expression didn't change, he calmly said, "It's just a habit." She didn't pay much attention to this matter. If this was his habit of giving gifts, then she would just get used to it.